Hey everybody, I've done a little bit of an upgrade to my live performance setup, and I thought I'd just go over that with you, how I've upgraded it. It's been kind of difficult to work out all these connections, to be honest. I've got an iPad 10th generation, and I'm using that to provide supplemental or atmospheric sort of sounds, synthesizer, backing, that sort of thing. So the problem is I wanted to make sure that I was charging my iPad while I was going so I didn't have that, run out of battery in the middle of the show kind of a problem. So after considerable amount of research, the secret is to have a pass through power. That's pass through power. So that when you have this docking station plugged into a power supply, it goes through to the host, which is going to be the iPad. And I tried several of these docking stations, and they worked okay, but the power didn't go through. I was able to send the signal through to, well, I go into my Helix line 6. I was able to send the signal through to my Helix, but it was draining my iPad. So, there's several competing models of these kind of things out there, and I got this one because I thought it might be nice, to have a little tilt on the iPad. And to make it easy to travel, I just use a music stand for a table. So, and you could, Velcro it onto the music stand, but I tend to just let it rest there. And you can see there's several kinds of ways you could maybe turn this one. I ended up, well, currently I'm just kind of keeping it very flat, only a very low angle. So it's pretty stiff, but that's probably good. You don't want it flopping around on you. So there's the output. There's two on this particular model. There's two USB outs, and then that was the two host side there. The power goes into the top. Here's a typical cable, right? That's a USB-C type connector. That goes onto the docking station. Not quite in camera there, but that goes to the host, right, which is the iPad, and then just into the iPad slot there. Those, these plug and play things are so nice. So that cable, I thought that was a pretty good cable that I had, but it didn't actually work on this docking station. Uh, I plugged it in. I tried a bunch of different things, and it never did work. So, I got an upgraded power cable. It says it's 100% charged, and it looks like it's charged. You can see the charging light is on, but it really wasn't charging. Once I got down to 90% power, it stopped. So I'll come back to this second. And this is the part that goes into the Helix. You can see the two types of plugs. You got to get the right kind of plugs for this. This is the old type USB plug that goes into the left side in this case, and then that just goes into your Helix USB port there, the little square ports. And again, all plug and play, so all that's good. Now, here's a tip for your traveling setup. Get yourself one of these power strips with, like a 10-foot power cord on it. You can see it's got 4 USB power ports, and you can charge your phone. I thought I could power all this from that port, but that didn't really work out. But I still have plenty of AC plugs, so I can put a brick onto it. Anyway, that's get yourself one of these. So whatever kind of power you'll need, you'll have that. So I can run my amp or 2 amps. I can daisy chain off that cord, and then I have the USB ports for the little electronics, a phone or something. So anyway, that you can see now that it works. I've got a signal going through from the iPad through the Helix over into the amp. Um, you know, the Helix is a whole separate subject on how to make that work, but as long as you get that USB plug into the Helix, you can piggyback on your amp signal. So you just have to carry the music stand, the iPad, the docking station, the amp, and a pile of cables to get all this working. So, and it looks like it's charging, but it really wasn't. On the signal coming out of your iPad, you a little bit of a glare on the lens there. Set that about halfway. Don't max that out, or you'll just have a big balance trouble between your guitar and your iPad. Just set that about halfway on the output level. That way you can go, up or down while you're doing the show. Start with the output volume low, and then you can bring it up to make it right. So some more tips here. I keep all my cables with a little piece of Velcro, and then I put that in a baggie, and I have a little rolling cart, so all my stuff stays together. And you can buy that Velcro tape from Amazon, or get it in the hardware store. You get like 100 feet of it for just a few dollars. I keep all my cables with little pieces of Velcro, so they'll stay neat and tidy. So here I'm redoing the connection. So I've got a better power cable that I'm going to plug in to the actual iPad transformer. That's an AC signal that goes into that transformer. It comes out of the transformer that was included with the iPad. Right, so that's the cable that didn't work. Right, it looks like a good cable, and I got a nice long one, so I'd be able to keep, reach what I was doing, but that didn't work. So so I upgraded that. I still wanted a long one, so I'd be able to have my music stand kind of off to the side, not directly in front of me. But it's a better cable that and connecting it to the original Apple transformer, makes enough power to charge the iPad and then send the signal over to the Helix. But anyway, the hookup is all the same, right? You just docking station into the iPad, docking station to the Helix, power into the docking station, 3 connections. So I don't know, there's much more in this. I like what I've got now. It's pretty easy to carry in and out. I can keep track of things. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you sincerely, thank you for watching my videos. I'm trying to work my way up to that golden or magical 1,000 subscriber level. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, if you like this kind of content. Drop comments, for me, to help me out, and maybe anybody else who happens to be reading the comments. It's kind of tough to figure out how to carry stuff in and out of these little small clubs, and I think this is pretty good what I've got now. So again, thank you and take care.